Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, Sylvester Reports. It is so good to see you guys here. Guys, we're talking about what LeBron James said. Now, a lot of people have said what he said is racist. He talked about white people in his experience in grade 9 when he went to St. Vincent St. Mary to play basketball at a mostly predominantly white school. Now, he talked about how he was institutionalized to think that white people weren't on his side, and he says some things, but I don't think it's racist compared to everybody that has went off and started to say, well, what if a white person said this about a black person? So we're going to listen to the clip. I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about it. So here's the clip.
The comfort that you can feel in the barbershop, is that comfort amplified because you spend so much time in spaces that don't feel that way to you?
That's a great question. LeBron, you can speak that because first time you were around all white people when you came to high school.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I went to an all-white high school, Catholic high school. So, like, when I first went to the 9th grade in the high school, I was on some, like, I'm not fucking with white people.
Right.
Like, because I was so institutionalized growing up in the hood, it's like, they don't fuck with us. They don't want us to succeed. The hierarchy, and then we're here. Like, matter of fact, we're underneath this chair. So I'm like, I'm going to this school to play ball, and that's it. I don't want nothing to do with white people. I don't believe that they want anything to do with I don't want it's me and my boys, we going to high school together and we here to hoop. So that was like my initial thoughts and my initial shock to white America when I was 14 years old for the first time in my life. Yeah. So,
and that's Catholic school, which is even whiter America. I don't know if you knew that. There are levels
to white
of white America.
It took me a little while to kind of adjust to it. It's hard to balance because I'm a kid that plays this game at such a high level. You're in your mind like, are they happy that I'm here because of who I am?
Right.
Or because of my conversation that I can have with them?
Sport and basketball, it's the most unifying thing. By the end of the year, all of us were best friends. Our black friends from the hood was coming.
Yeah.
His white friends, and we were just all having a fucking great
time.
time.
I told you before, the first time I ever found out about a pantry is when I went to high school.
Wow.
Bread, cereal, chips,
donuts,
all that shit is on the top of the refrigerator. When I got to high school, it was the first time I knew about a pantry.
First time you open a pantry is like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. It's just like a light comes out. You're like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
All the snacks in the world are right here in front of me.
Dear.
So there's the clip, and I'm still trying to struggle with how people could have viewed that as racist. LeBron very clearly is stating that from his experience, before he was around a lot of white people, he was around mostly black people. And because of that feeling in America where, I can't speak to it because I'm Canadian, obviously, but that feeling in America where white people are just trying to suppress black people, they're not giving them a lot of opportunities, white people aren't looking out for you in that type of way. That is what he has been feeded ever since he was growing up. His friends, his family, that is what they continued to tell him. Now, again, since he didn't have, a ton of white friends before, he wasn't exposed to it as much. So even though he had not spent a lot of time with white people previous, he started to gain that negative opinion on white people because that's what he's been continually told from the beginning. It's like, think about a food that you don't like or something in general that you don't like, and your friends were like, oh, stay away from that. Stay away from that restaurant. It was completely bad. Service was awful. I got food poisoning from that place. You never tried it. You've never been around it. But you're going to trust what your friends and your family say because you trust them. This is exactly the same thing, but it's about white people. Now, again, like I said from the beginning, I'm from Canada, so I have never experienced a ton of racism. I've been around a ton of white people from the very beginning. I've never felt marginalized. I've never felt out of place. They never made me feel out of place. But again, I can't say the same for blacks in America. Their experience is so much different, going from the civil rights to all the bad stuff that happens between cops and all the white nationalists and the crazy KKK rallies that happened in Virginia not too long ago. It's scary for those guys because it still happens to this day. And you think about, you know, kind of that perception that LeBron had before, it carries on. Even for the racist white nationalists and all those people that continued from way back when saying how, you know, this is how we are. We are above these other races. You know, they're nothing compared to us. And it trickles down to today where we're still having KKK rallies and everybody is just, that should not happen. Period. So that is what LeBron James is talking about. And you heard at the end of the clip, by the time, you know, they start to gel, you know, his friends and white people, they came together and they were the best of friends. So LeBron James isn't saying he doesn't like white people. And he's not saying it maliciously. He's saying the perception at first was that he didn't think that white people were for him because that's what he's always been told. But when he was exposed to white people and he got to know these people, they just became friends. So I don't understand why people are looking at it as LeBron was being racist. No, he wasn't. He just spoke his mind. So I think you just need to go back to school or just, you know, upgrade your reading or your listening and understanding knowledge, because this was him basically saying there was a certain point in his life where everybody told him that white people were not your friends. He found out on his own that that's not the case. So guys, that's my video. I know this really isn't a basketball video. This is more of a social topic issue. I want to talk about more stuff like this going forward to keep the content fresh. But yeah, guys, this was my first stab at a social video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I will be talking more about different things as time goes on. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, guys, I will talk to you soon. Peace.